Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G, and Easter just happened, which means it is the perfect time to get these most wonderful things ever, the Cadbury Creme eggs. But if you weren't lucky enough to snag a few of these, you might think you're SOL until next year, but you're not, because today, we're gonna make our own. What you need to make these is half a cup of light corn syrup, a quarter cup of butter that's been softened, a teaspoon of vanilla, quarter teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of powdered sugar, 4 drops of yellow food coloring and 2 drops of red food coloring, and then chocolate and shortening to cover them. In a bowl, we put corn syrup, butter, vanilla, and salt. Beat until smooth, or until you get too frustrated to make it smooth. Add the sugar 1 cup at a time. Not really sure of the creamy consistency, but this is what we have. And now we have to take a third of this out and put it in a small bowl, which I don't have a small bowl right now, so I'm using another medium-sized bowl. And then into this, we have to add our food coloring. So 4 drops of yellow and 2 of red to get our orange center. If you don't do this step, it's totally fine. They just won't look the same. Also, if you're like me and only have a little bottle of red, good luck with the 2 drops. Well, 2 drops of red just became a giant pour of red, so we may have red yolks. We ended up with like some sort of pinky red evil blood yolks, which I think is better. So you know what, scratch that, use the red, because bloody yolks, it's better. Now we have to cover both of these, put them in the refrigerator, and refrigerate for at least 2 hours or until firm. So this is gonna take a long time. This is the first step in the refrigerator of many. To you, these will all be blinks. To me, these are gonna be hours. Now that these are firm, we have to make them into little eggs and put them on wax paper, which I don't have, so I'm using parchment paper. But it's fine, you just want it on paper that's not gonna stick, and I'm putting it on a cookie sheet just because that's gonna be easier for me. We're supposed to take a marble-sized bowl of the orange, which is red on ours, and it's fine, and then surround it with the white. Roll that together, roughly this size, and we're going to shape it into an egg. Egg. And then repeat. I don't know how many times. So if you smush it around first and make it bigger, then you can kind of envelop the other one, and then it works easier. Now we have our eggs, and you'll notice that they're slightly misshapen, and some of them have a little bit of pink kind of mixed in throughout the rest of it. But just remember, we are people, not machines, and it's really the taste that matters. So if it doesn't look exactly 100% perfect, you're not a machine, so don't beat yourself up for it. It's going to taste wonderful. And somehow I managed to cut this exactly in thirds. I don't know how. But this goes back in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours. Now we're back. These are mostly set, and I have taken chocolate and melted it in a double boiler with a bunch of shortening. And if you want to know the actual ratio, I don't pay attention to that personally. I just put shortening in chocolate, but the recipe does call for 12 ounces of chocolate and 2 tablespoons of shortening. So you can do that if you want to. I'm going to dip them in chocolate, and my favorite way of doing that is with a fork. So we're just gonna dip the whole thing in, take it out, and put it back on here. The reason that I use a fork is because it's easier to get it out and then siphon off the extra chocolate. Now, these go back in the refrigerator for another 1 to 2 hours until they're set. And don't worry if there's a lot of extra chocolate left over, because we're gonna dip them again. Now that these are set, you remelt the chocolate, dip them a second time. Now that these are dipped for a second time, they go back in the refrigerator and stay there until they are completely set. But because it's like 10 o'clock at night and I work at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning because I'm doing this midweek, I will see y'all tomorrow to try these out. But once again, blink of an eye for you, overnight for me. Just like that, it's the next day and I'm fresh out of the gym, so forgive this lovely look. But our beautiful, beautiful Cadbury Creme eggs are done, and look at how pretty they are. So now we gotta try them and see if they are at all like the original. Well, there's a yolk. These are goddamn delicious. They taste very, very close to the original. I used a slightly different chocolate, so the chocolate taste is a little bit different, but this is definitely a copycat recipe. These are delicious. I am gonna make these all the time. That's gonna be dangerous. That's gonna be dangerous to have this recipe because I will make these all the time and eat them all the time because this is the best candy ever. If you make this and post a picture on social media, please tag me in it. All of my information is in the description. And if you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. I make a new video every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah.